All righty, everyone. Welcome back to J3U After Hours. Alex, I haven't seen you in a year, dude. How
Ah,
are you?
slap my knee, Chris. Dude, freaking great, man. We were just talking about how the season's off to a seasonal start. It's we are back. So back.
Yep, we are back and no stress, dude.
Stress
None.
free. Everyone's good. Yeah, everyone's thriving.
Smooth sailing right now.
Yep. Yep. Um, but no, we got big things for 2026. So yeah, thank y'all for all the listeners. John and Luke love us. They want us to keep on doing it. So here we are. I'd say the biggest thing is like I want to say like thank y'all for the listeners and like interacting with us, asking us questions. And
Mhm.
then two, like going forward, like y'all can ask us out there stuff, dumb stuff, like I mean, dude, what we're 7 days in, and I mean, what all's going on like in the world? We've got we just took over Venezuela.
Casual.
Yeah, just on a Tuesday. Um, Stranger Things ended. Um,
It
to
might not have. It might not have.
It might, yeah, to be determined.
Let me dream.
Um, we're 7 days in, and this just a lot going on. I was thinking though, um, and look, hopefully, like my political stance is, look, like y'all should see the taxes I have to pay as a 1099 employee. Um, Whoever's going to come fix that, cool. Until then, I think we're all just getting screwed. But I think the short summary, like I'm in Alabama, like y'all kind of know, like we get down with who we get down with. But I think more than anything, though, I was thinking, like, what are your thoughts on if we should be in Venezuela or whatever, right? How fired up that Delta team had to be. Like, brother, like, just think, dude, like, like, how many missions do they really get to do?
Not a lot,
And, dude, they were probably just foaming at the mouth, like, getting that call. I could not imagine the excitement,
dude. Well, I heard that. I saw. I don't know if it's true or not. I want it to be that they were pre-gaming to Love Sosa.
dude. Like, the
I
aura,
would be kicking my feet,
dude.
giggling on the way there if we were playing Love Sosa to go steal somebody.
Dude, just yeah. And then like, Trump comes out with like that bald eagle, like, gentlemen, start. And we're taking another president and like all their oil.
Dude, and they put him in like a set of Nike Techs and brought him
Yeah,
back.
yeah. It's just we live in a Simpsons movie. But that was my biggest takeaway from all of that was like, man, how freaking cool did those guys feel? Just can't even imagine, honestly.
Man, yeah, we're here. I've beyond that, I just feel like so much has it's been a blur. I know that you and I both have talked about, man, how awesome is it going to be to have like a few days off from work for the first time in a year? And then I don't know about you, but I feel like all of that work multiplied by 50 this week.
Yeah, it was I'll be honest, I didn't even really take it. I had people from Christmas Eve through that Sunday not check in. Um, but other than that, it was just a lot of it was just like, hey, like I'm here in your corner, like enjoy the holidays, but um I will say that there was another podcast with some coaches, and apparently people were like upset that like the coach took like from nationals to New Year's off from check-ins. And so that was one thing that like, we've talked about, us and our bosses have talked about like us getting contractually like, hey, these coaches do get like a vacation like set time. But in my head, like, so yeah, I guess we should talk about that. What do you think of that? Like for me, downtime or like that, like after the Nationals in the middle of December, so you come back, it's like the 18th. Like the 18th through Jan 4, nothing happens.
Nothing
Like
happens.
nothing happens. And I love all you guys and all you guys who did on playing and this, that, and the other, but like I don't think I would have been missed. Like, and I think they would have been like, yeah, okay, cool. Um, what's your thoughts on that? Like, should we push for that for 2026?
I think I'm in agreement, Stu, that not a whole lot is happening for majority in that time frame, right? I think it's different if you have someone prepping for the Arnold, right? And it's
Yes.
like grooving. And I have a few that are in prep, right? I've got a guy who's 11 weeks out. I've got a few that are, you know, 18 weeks out or less. So like we were already on an agreement of what that chapter needed to look like for that week and a half stint. But for majority of people, it's like you're going to move the way that you deem best in that week and a half frame. I'm fine with whatever that needs to look like for you, right? Like if I'm giving you the preface of just like don't make it an eating competition and don't make it a drinking competition, we're not really going to do a lot of damage. Well, on the flip end, it's like okay, if you're like because Christmas was on, let's see, Christmas was on
Thursday.
a Thursday. If you're a Friday check-in with me, I don't care to fucking see it because the one, it's not going to be objective data to work off of for a check-in because you probably ate. I probably wanted you to eat on Christmas. You probably didn't train. What does it really do for either of us to see that check-in? Especially like, I mean, I know it's more of it's guys or girls, but mostly are girls. It's like if we're already deep in off season and we're kind of a little softer right then, like they don't want to check in either. And
Yeah.
I don't want them to have to come in and do a check-in where they don't feel like super confident because they've been out of routine as is to be expected, right?
Yeah.
Um, but I think the other thing that we do need to, and we're going to obviously talk more about it through this episode, and this isn't like a woe is me or woe is us, is like I know we're both very grateful for what we do, but like we don't get days off like ever, period,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
even like days doing something, we're still technically in some capacity on call to a lot of people. As again, I've used the analogy, we're kind of vending machines. People come up and take what they need from us. So like we're also entitled to have time off. As every other job on this planet, you have paid vacations, in most cases. You have days off where you can just leave it there. I feel as if we are entitled to that as we're also pouring a lot emotionally and mentally into these people, like
Yeah.
so I don't think in the case of like, okay, cool, it's a rip my mic, I guess. I just don't see that there's a like the people who I knew were going to follow their shit, followed their shit, and the people who didn't. And either way, they didn't ruin progress. So it's like
Yeah.
I needed a chance to breathe, right? Like I had a very interesting year when it came to show prep and my own show prep and athletes and everything else. I needed a chance to breathe and like do some behind the scenes work that nobody else saw to make sure that this year moves even smoother. So like I was off, but I was still working, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, same here. I've gone ahead and redone a lot of my welcome packs and timelines for people and all that. So it was very like beneficial. But yeah, I'm with you and because really there's no like good time of the year to do it, right? And it's like, hey, obviously for the people who are in prep, those last 2 weeks of December, like if you're prepping, cool, like we're still gonna check in. But yeah, I think that's a good like time to plan, like, hey, like we're just gonna take it off this year. Just shut it down, everybody relax through the holidays, we'll come back strong. And what I find mostly, like, because like obviously there's times throughout the year, like we'll get sick or there'll be a show you're traveling or whatever, and like there's delays or it's like, hey guys, like just rinse and repeat this week. Like I'm sick and that stuff happens. But I guess I was always hesitant to do it. Because like I don't know, I just feel like, hey, well, they pay X amount every 4 weeks, so I feel like I owe them something, and but yeah, I think like so going forward, like 2026, when I came out with like, dude, that was the one thing that, I feel like 2025 was like the best season for me as a coach. But dude, it went by so fast because all I did was work. Like I worked like Monday to Sunday, uh,
Mm-hmm.
check-ins Monday to Sunday. Um, And so now going forward, I've moved everybody. It's like I do check-ins Monday through Friday. Saturdays is like for onboarding plans and for questions, up until like 3, 4 p.m. And then Sundays are like completely shut down off.
Yeah.
Um, and I feel that that will be beneficial not only for the athletes, but also for myself and like, hey, like that way you don't just pass the entire season by, and dude, like I look back and I'm like, I did nothing but work. And I think I do think it needed to be done that way. So I wouldn't
Mhm.
go back and change it. But I do like I look at it now like, okay, I'm 33. I can't do this at 40 with a wife and child. So like I have to set up those parameters now, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's to provide sustainability, right? I think, and we've talked about this, but ultimately, we both want to do this for as long as possible, and I'm only going to do it if I love doing it. Because I know if I love doing it, I'm going to give everything to it, and that's why I produce what I do, and you the same. But the second we hit a burnout, it's a at that point it is actually a waste of a client's money and our time, right?
Yeah.
And so setting, and that's where it's challenging, because, and that's one of our questions we got was like, biggest lesson from 2025 for me, it's setting firmer boundaries for sustainability's sake, right? And that's challenging when you've allowed a little bit more room on the leash. Now you got to pull it back in. That doesn't always feel good as the receiver of that, but it's understanding that like a boundary isn't being set in a place of malice intent or selfishness. It's being set so it's like, hey, we can keep doing this for a long time and both love it,
Yeah.
right? It's like, hey, I need a Sunday off. That's fine, because like I have, like everybody else, we have all the same things that we have to do. I should be able to have a day where I don't actually have to look at my phone and do, a bajillion things, especially when it's not a time sensitive thing. Like when it's, hey, there's no rush on this. We got to understand my anxiety makes there a rush on this, because these other flipping is, we both experienced it. We've worked with athletes in the past where they might say that, but if you still don't get back to them, they leave, and that's like, one, it's a person I don't get to see to the end of their transformation and their journey, and two, it means I get less money on my paycheck.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It,
there's fear of people pleasing.
dude, I was so worried. I had 31 check-ins on Saturdays that I split out between the week. I was so worried that they were gonna be like, whoa, this messes up my whole schedule. Bro, every single one was like, yeah, cool. And in
Yeah.
my head, I'm like, why didn't I do this sooner? But like, and so like this last week was the first week, and then Monday, as soon as I get into the office, I was like excited, like music's playing, I felt refreshed. And I'm like, all right, like let's, and so I felt it right there. It had been 1 week. I was, oh, this is perfect. But yeah, I think it's more of just like I worry, man. Like I have, dude, I had 7 people I let go, and at the end of December.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've had a couple leave, just like life, etc. Like they didn't go to other coaches, but they're just like, I'm just not like doing this anymore. And it's those moments where you perk up. You're like, okay, while I do give you my entire being, and I don't know any other way to be, I do. I do have to have that time for myself to be me and sane and all that. So, but yeah, I think it's just from like the people who are in this sport and they like all our clients have our back. They love us to death. But the people who like are married and involved in the sport for a long time, they're not going to go anywhere if their check-in day moves. They're not going to go
Yeah.
anywhere if their coach takes a break, for a week or whatever the case may be for vacation. Like, so I think just like the reassurance in that, 'cause I think what I noticed, it's a lot of just like I don't want to say self-doubt, but like it's insecurity. I'm like, oh God, like what if they don't like it? What if they leave me? What if they call it goob? Like what, like that's like the
Yeah.
last thing I want, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think just like taking those initiatives and like, hey, like, okay, like set those boundaries. And January is always the best time to do it. Like, hey guys, just gonna clean things up. Um, but yeah, enough of that. Like I said, it's well, hell, let's stick on the 2025 like biggest lessons learned. outside
Right.
of like, hey, we got to create longevity for this.
Mhm.
What else did you learn from it?
Ooh, what else did I learn from it? I need to stop prepping with athletes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I've done
100%.
that. I've done it with 5 athletes, and I'm done doing it forever. Um,
Yeah,
that's one.
yeah. Um,
Um,
I would say for me, 2025, and I talked about this last night, was like 2025 was like confirmation year. I
mhm,
felt like everybody who is going in the right direction, it was confirmation that they're continuing to do so. They're
mhm,
still with us in January. They either had great show season results or it's been their best physique of all time.
mhm,
And then on the flip side, you see, well, the shitty coaches out there are still shitty coaches. That they might have been on the cusp. Like, are they the poison in the industry? And then 2025 confirmed it. Um, the athletes still hanging out at the same local regional level shows, not getting any better. Still there. Yep, confirmation.
mhm.
So I think that's where that was the biggest thing that 2025 did for me. And then who's pushing forward, right? Like not just me and you and J3U, but like other coaches in the industry. You saw a lot of big moves happen.
Mhm.
And I think the industry as a whole is going in a better direction. So yeah, I think like I said, 2025 was confirmation that like, hey, what we're doing is working. We got to keep going. And then the ones who are clearly getting left behind are clearly getting left behind.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think this past year provided me a lot of though I still like we talked about, I still consider it like what I intend to do this year. I consider last year a warm up for it, but I think it was a confirmation for me that like I'm not just like a one hit wonder,
Mm.
coming out of 24, right? Like, which I'm very proud of that. And that's like taken me some time to actually like develop a sense of security and pride in what I do as a coach. Um, but I think last year allowed that for me because I had this thing, and this is where I'm just going to get very vulnerable with people. We talked about like many times, and it's been this what's the word I'm looking for? Not a fear, maybe an insecurity. I don't know. Where I felt that I had to go pro to like be worth a shit, like get sponsorships, join J3U, like all of these things. Like I felt like we had talked about it, man. Like I remember like earlier this past year, you were like, hey man, like maybe 26 it can happen, like let's just come out, like show out this year as a coach, go pro, and like we'll see what can happen, right? um and obviously I didn't go pro. I didn't even try to go pro this past year because it just wasn't in the cards, but I was able to do all the things that I kind of like manifested and set out to do without having to do that, right? I think because I felt like there was this need to have that title to actually carry volition as a person, and like I just didn't need to do that in the first place. Right. And I think that like has helped alleviate some imposter syndrome that I think I existed in from last year. Of like, I that doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, and it's tough as an athlete and as a coach because it's like, man, we put so much on the pro card, right? And this will segue into the pro card talk. But the at the end of the day, man, like how many pros do we know that don't have any clients or that maybe not a good pro? And how many good coaches do we see that are nowhere near a pro card, maybe not even competed but once or twice?
Yeah.
So it's like while we do put so much pressure on the card for financial success and freedom and opportunities, it really does like in this day and age, it doesn't. I don't think, but yeah, it was cool. And like, dude, looking back at you from when we first met to now,
Hmm.
like, brother, you have a shoe rack with your
Yeah.
shoes,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
like that is just boom, step up. Like, so it's just those little things across your entire life to be able to sit back and see is like, yeah, Chris is moving. You move different now.
Hmm.
And that's why I keep telling you, like, I forget I'm 5 years older than you.
Yeah.
Like, I started Aftermath at 27.
Hmm.
I did my first workshop at 27.
Hmm.
Like that was when I like tried to be something.
Hmm.
Um, but dude, like so like imagine you're 1 year into where when I tried to like get going and you're ahead of that. And
Yeah.
so that's what I keep trying to like tell you is like, God, we're having a total bro. But like that's why I always think like, bro, like just imagine like 5 years. So it's like, yeah, you're already further than you think you are. I think
Mhm.
it's good sometimes that you don't know it, so you keep pushing.
I never know it, dude. I live in like a very pure state of ignorance in all capacities. But it's always been my driving force. Is like I know I can do more. So therefore, until I do that, it's like I'm very proud of all of this, right? Like to your point, man. Like when we met, I was living in a shitty 1 bedroom apartment with a piece of shit Mazda hatchback that was hanging on by a thread that I gave away for free. It was so gone,
Yeah,
right? Now we're here. It's super surreal. But again, it goes back to, I'm gonna get sappy with everybody listening too, is like it's because of the people who've like me and Levi were having a conversation last night about his progress, and he like thanked me, and I was like, dude, you took a shot on me two
yeah,
years ago, right? Like I owe it to you as much as anybody, right? And so it's to everybody who takes a shot on me. Like that's why I do take this so seriously. It's why I do get burnt out, is because I get so emotionally invested in my people, because it's like if you're going to buy into me, I'm going to do everything to prove you right. And like I will give everything to do that. But that's where we both have talked about is like we also have to both find a means to keep our cups full so we can continue to pour into our people.
yeah, dude, 100%. So with that being said, there was a thing I didn't see it, but Lee Labrada was saying how there's too many pro cards these days, which is what everyone from 1980 says. Um, what what is your thoughts on it? And like, I want to open up 2026 because I feel like we answer this question every year. Um,
Well, statistically, when Lee went pro, which all respect to Lee, wonderfully kind guy. I got an opportunity to meet him years ago. I'm a big fan of him. Um, there were also far less divisions and far less people competing in bodybuilding.
yeah,
So, like, yes, there are more pro cards now, but I would be curious if we could. I don't know if anybody has the data or the stats or something. If you go back to when Labrada competed and was coming up to be a pro, how many NPC athletes were there competing back then versus now?
yeah. Yeah, and all the divisions and stuff, and like to me, it's like, hey, well, look at the prize money. Prize money's never been what it is. Well, where do you think a lot of that comes from? Yeah, sponsorships and stuff like that, but like more show opportunities and all that. Like a lot of like athletes paying that $300 pro card registration, and Masters pros pay their own entry fees just to have a pool of winning money. So like I'm always under the thing that, I don't look at pro card like I don't look at a place pro card any worse than a first place. Yeah, obviously I would love the first place pro card. But I purposely try to pick national shows where it's like we have two chances, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, like, dude, I know some pros who fucking suck. Like just point blank. Like I feel like me and them take their shirts off right now. People are gonna think I'm a pro before they think they're a pro.
Mm-hmm.
And I know plenty, but on the flip side, it's like, the cream is always going to rise to the top. And heck, the more pros, cool, but like the good ones are going somewhere. The good ones are going to win. Doesn't matter if there's 17 people at the Oklahoma Pro. If there's 17 pros, cool. One of them wins. Like there can be 58 there or 108. Like it doesn't matter. So I think the whole notion of like, oh, there's too many pros. Too many pros. Yes, the prestige of I'm a pro, I should get in free. I'm a pro, I should have a free gym membership. Yeah, that's gone for sure. But look at like how many more divisions there are. And is it watered down? Maybe, like the card itself, but like that doesn't stop you from being an Olympian. Like you can go win as a pro and be a very good pro.
Yeah, I think one, I pulled up the 19, Lee Labrada went pro at 1985. So I pulled up the 1985 Nationals. Um, it's only showing, and I've looked in four different places. If someone can find the actual stats, let me know. There's 15 heavies, 15 light heavies, 15 middles, 15 lights, and 10 bantams. So
Okay.
there's 70 people.
Yeah.
But I'm like, now there was what 45 in light heavies this year.
Yeah. Yeah. And
It's
so,
it's hard to say, right? And that's kind of going back to the discrepancies. Is yeah, I would imagine if we can go back and find pictures from the 1985 Nationals, as far as the general quality physique from first to 15th, probably a little bit tighter then, I would say.
yeah.
But I'd also argue with where the division's gone, a lot of those guys, some of those guys wouldn't have gone pro this year with the same physique.
Yeah. Yeah. And my thought is like, well, who's it hurting? Like,
Yeah,
does it hurt you that someone else turned pro? Like, I
yeah,
don't. Like, dude, I've been at national shows where I won pro cards, and then other people win pro cards. It's like, it's like, oh, hey, congrats, like, good job. It's not a, oh God, they shouldn't have gotten that. But like,
mhm,
just how we see, like, dude, there's some like pro winners. It's like, oh, that lineup was weak. Like,
mhm,
okay, but then they have a year, 2 years, 3 years to develop into a pro, into a competitive pro.
yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that. If they really weren't ready, if they didn't feel they were ready, like, then they would have declined it and gone back for it, you know? So yeah, I'm from the camp of whatever keeps bodybuilding going in the right direction, you
yeah,
know? And I don't get offended. It'd be like me getting bothered when other coaches win.
yeah.
Like, okay, like,
What do you do?
so we can win too, right? You know?
Yeah, I think I'd only have an issue with it if we start giving out three cards a class. I think at that point it's ridiculous. I think there were some cases where I mean looking at nationals this year in classic, the guys who got the two cards, I would argue either of them could go be competitive pros, like with a year
Yeah.
improvement season, right? Like, so I can't say that even top three hell, but like at that point, I think now we are starting to ease into maybe a few too many cards. But then we look at the depth of the competitors too, and statistically, though there are more cards, I would say statistically it's harder to get one now because of how many bodies are on the stage. Like, how many women competed in bikini?
Oh, dude. Yeah. It's like roulette, dude. And that's the thing too, man, is I don't know, like I feel like we all see it, right? We like, come on, guys, let's cut the shit. We all see it. We all see people, some people that turn pro and we're like, that looks like dog shit.
Yeah,
And it just is what it is. And then we see some people turn pro and we're blown away. And we're like, oh my God, they're gonna be the next big thing. And so like it's okay. I think where it gets people is like when other people turn pro who did look like dog shit and then they didn't turn pro, it's like, man, like, well, how did that turn pro? And my honest answer is like, I don't know. I don't know. But like people who like, I don't know, what's the trend that people say, oh, like they know ball. Like people who know ball these days can look at a physique and be like, must have been pretty easy, you know?
mhm. Dude. So doing the math, there were 151 bikini competitors this past nationals. They gave out 15 cards, so like just a smidge under 10% received. And then if we look at, and again, I know this is just talking about statistics, and it's not the whole story, but NPC Nationals in 1985, right now it says there were 70 and six cards given. So 70. So technically, it was statistically, again, just stats, easier to get a pro card in 1985 as an open bodybuilder than 2025 as a bikini competitor,
Yeah. Oh, I
right?
totally agree with that.
Which there's a lot of nuance to that. So I'm not just saying it's like that's the then I'll be all, not to discredit Lee or anybody else who competed, because again, I admire all of them. But we take that one stat and it's like, dude, it's because there's so many more bodies.
Yeah.
And in bikini, I didn't see anybody who didn't belong up there out of 150 women.
Yeah, you'll have like the one random, you're like, okay. Or then you'll have like the one guy who like clearly you don't know how he got there. but like for
Yeah.
the most part, man, everybody's like pretty good.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I don't know. That's my take on it.
Highlights 2025. What you got?
Oh man, there were so many.
Yeah,
2025 was good, dude.
it
All,
was,
all the
man.
show weekends, like where we were all there, like yours in Austin show, like so Greater Tennessee Valley, Battle at the River, um, going to
Vulcan.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's all the shows, every show, man, was a highlight for me.
Same. Same. I think. Yeah, Colorado was sick. Vulcan battle. My show. Well, me and Austin show. Getting with uphill battle. Getting with J3U.
Jackson Sledge, game with Jackson Sledge.
Getting with Acton Sledge. Love you guys. Um, and then like the gauntlet of shows I had at the end of the year where I was just sprinting a marathon. And then Dallas. Like it was. There was always something going on. And somehow this year is busier. I don't fucking know how, but um, it's going to be good, man. I think there weren't really, I say that, dude. Also, like, I forget last year my Jeep got stolen. That's a thing. Like, less than ideal. There's a
Yeah,
lot of shit too, but it's a lot easier to look at all the good that happened too. Because there were so many moments where I was like, I get to do this, and this is sick, and this is my actual job, and not like in the buy my mentorship course type of bullshit. Like, I'm
yeah.
not selling you freedom because there's not, but it is cool what we get to do.
Man, yeah, that was the few things like when I would be traveling is like, God, like this is my job. Like how cool is that? Um,
Mhm.
That was definitely a highlight. And then, yeah, just it was hard for me to post, like find a picture to like recap 25 because like I don't know, I felt like I posted a lot of my highlights throughout the year. And,
Mhm.
it's hard to pick just one, but I think the biggest highlight was like most of the people who got on stage this year have been with me for a while. And
Mhm.
like they were all from the ground up with me. Like Abby and Darren turning pro was
Mhm.
huge. So I think that's the biggest highlight is like everyone that's doing well with me and under me has been with me for a while. And it's like that's probably the coolest feeling.
Yeah, and I hope it can be a testament to the people who are listening or watching. Like I get the question very frequently. Or they'll see like my notable transformations that I have on my page of like Mary and Levi and AJ and anybody else that can be listed, Daniel, and they're like, "Well, how'd you do it? Like, what'd he take or what they do?" And I'm like, "I promise you, dude. One, they like Carly Lewis, all of them. They've all impressed me beyond my own expectations of them when they first started because they all just had come from nothing in the sense of they just got into the gym, right? But they've all just listened to me and done a majority, if not all, of their job for 2 years
Yeah.
or a year and a half or whatever it may be. I just gave them a plan. They did it. A lot of times they would try to see how they could go above and beyond that. Like that's been what I don't know about you, dude. That's my favorite question to receive. I got it from one of my athletes yesterday who was phenomenal. She was like, "What else can I do to be better? Is there anything else I need to be doing that can make me a better athlete?" I'm like, just be you. Like you're great. But it's like those are the people that have that frame of mind. I don't have to instill that in them. And they've just bought in and stuck around. And that's why they get to reap the benefits.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like those questions, man, it's like just repetitions. Hey, I need you to have this good week 100 more times.
Yeah.
But that's the name of the game, dude. And that's what, it's cool and like you get, new athletes or new pros or like new people who've won previously, but like it is something a little deeper that hits when you've done it like from the ground up.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's something 2025 was big on for me.
What goals do you have for 26?
Hmm. I don't like flying. I
Uh-huh.
tolerate it, but I don't really like I've gotten up on a plane one time to pee.
Hmm.
And so going to the UK for me is a very big like checkpoint and like, hey, I can travel not just to Mexico, like I can go, across waters and stuff. Um, that and just like getting over that like anxiety of like being on a plane for that long. Um,
I'll hold
go
your hand.
do what?
I'll hold your hand.
Thank you. Thank you. That's big and like that's a big goal is to branch out into the overseas market some more.
Mhm.
Um, I have a few clients competing for pro cards this year. Obviously, like I want them all to win a pro card, but I above any, what I can guarantee is bringing their best look to date, of course. My personal goal, dude, is like to be more present, like week to week, and like not get so caught up in everything.
Mhm.
Um, talk to my mom more and like
Mhm.
my family a little more. Um, I've got some. I need to win some open tournaments in jiu-jitsu. I need to do that. Um, but yeah, other than that, like really just keep executing. Oh, I want to buy a house. That's a
Mhm.
goal by the end of the year. Or at least like know where I'm gonna buy a house by the end of the
Yeah,
year.
those are all great, man. I'm not a, and I don't. I'm going to preface too. Like my journey in this started with a New Year's resolution, so I don't dislike them in that sense because it's led me here. But I'm not big on creating resolutions at the beginning of the year. Um, it's just something that I feel like tends to not hold a lot of weight if I do that. But I did, like I told you, like 2 weeks ago, I gave up nicotine and THC because I was like, this is just lame. So obviously want to continue to stick true to that. Um, I've got 22 people competing this year as of current. I imagine that number will rise marginally, just with some people coming in soon. Ideally, like I want to retain my winning rate percentage of 84%. So whatever that looks like as far as the year goes, I've got a few people going for their first attempts at a pro card. And so I want to obviously see where we land in that camp of people. Um, Much to your point, like that's why I moved my desk in here. That's why we're now in the shoe room and now my office is creating more work-life balance, right? Because there's one, like you and I both, like, dude, I don't leave my fucking house, period. Like I leave it to go do cardio in the morning. I swing by Starbucks. I go back later in the day to go train. That's it. Um, and so I would, like, my desk was in my living room and I would just sit there and kind of like grazily work all day long.
Yeah,
And then, but then again, to the point, like we have the app on our phones or whatever, which I deleted it to try to help create more balance. I never could put it away. Like it was always just there.
yeah,
And so I'm working on creating like more direct work life balance as far as this being a room I'm only in when I'm working. I'm only doing client stuff when I'm here. When I'm downstairs, I'm relaxing. When I'm in my bedroom, I am sleeping. And that's point blank, period. And also creating more habit formations around just a more consistent workflow because I do have severe ADHD. I don't take medication for it anymore. And so my day to day is very weird. There are some days where I work at 4 a.m. There are other days I don't start work until 8 p.m. and I work until 4 a.m. and there's no in between. So it's like I'm trying to create a more routine structured workflow, just to make sure that I'm on my P's and Q's with how many more I'm competing. And then I'm trying to think of what else for this year. Getting a new car, new vehicle for sure. That's on the list. Um, Ideally moving. I don't know where, but moving in the spring. I think the same sense, just being more present or just being more intentional with what I'm doing with that time because I tend to just multitask everything.
yeah, yeah. Dude, yeah, that's huge. I think that's always the like I don't know, man. It's like one day I just woke up and I was 33 and like I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I did all like in my 20s was just like how huge can I get? And I
Mm-hmm.
didn't care about anything else. And then like in my 30s it's like all right, work. How much work can I get done? And so like I don't want to be 40 and be like where did 30s go, you know? Um so yeah, I'm with you trying to and dude, I will say those like I just clock in. I take a lunch break. Like I'm on lunch break right now to do this. So, like, but
Yeah.
it's because like I was that same way, like trying to figure and dude, everybody's work schedule is different. Like Some people like Austin Brown, he goes and trains in the morning and then he'll do his office stuff after.
Hmm.
With me, I'm opposite. Like
Hmm.
I do work first and I train in the evening. So it's not like a right or wrong. It's just like what works for us and like keeping it routine and like, yeah, you have to treat it like a freaking 9 to 5. Um,
Yeah. It's a lot more challenging than I think a lot of people make it seem like they try to chalk it up to be. And I think it goes back to just this perception that we have within any self-employment job where it's like, oh, you can work your own hours. It's like, no, you're going to work all of the hours probably.
yeah.
And, or it's like, you can work wherever you want. No, that means you are going to work wherever you are because there's always shit to do.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like how we frame that. But yeah, if you go by their mentorship course, they'll teach you the ways, I guess. Um, but it's just creating the actual balance. And that's a very challenge. I do. I've struggled with it for years of self-employment of like,
Yeah.
how do you do both? Or like letting myself be still. I think that's another one for me, dude, of like when I'm done, just let it be done for the day. Cause I'm also the king of checklists. Like, did I make a checklist? And it's always like what I have to get done, what I'd love to get done, what else I could get done. And I still try to get through all of it every day. And I'm like, why am I burnt out?
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, it's it's funny. It isn't easy. I was on the phone with a girl. She was a new client, and I was like, "Well, if you wanted to summarize me, this is my vacation, and here I am." So we're on the phone. So she started laughing. She's like, "Yeah, I get it." I was like, "Okay, so here we are. You're going to be in good hands, I promise." Um, what's your boldest prediction for 2026?
Ooh, I think Froyo is going to hit the scene really hard. I think it's going to be really a good food trend. What about you?
I was not expecting that. Oh, I was going to say Tyler Neely wins the overall at Nationals.
I mean, that's not even a bold prediction. The sun rose today, dude. There's something fucking guaranteed, brother.
I think I'm gonna go out there and just say it though right now. One weekend in January.
Let's do it. I think
Um,
I
yeah.
think AJ Welch is going to go pro this year.
Oh shit. Hell yeah.
Feel
Hell yeah.
pretty good. I'll send you where we're at while we're talking about it.
Shout out to the accountant.
Yeah, that'll do. Bro's saving our ass.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, that's and another bold prediction is like Nick Walker winning the Arnold. Uh,
mhm.
you know, it could happen, but like people aren't gonna be like, oh, you fucking idiot if it doesn't.
Oh, trying to think of what else we got.
Froyo makes a comeback.
Dude, I think like it's gonna be a big deal this year, man.
Okay. Okay.
Mark my words, guys. Um, oh, now, dude, I'm actually sitting here having to like log back into the re-download the app real quick so I can pull up his check-ins.
Let me ask
Uh,
you this. Are you like with Froyo, are you the toppings kind of guy?
what do I fucking look like, Alex?
Of
Of
course.
course I do.
What
Are you
all
not?
yeah, just what all toppings do you put on it?
Oh, dude, what base am I doing? That's the real question.
I don't know, dude. What base are you doing?
Well, Alex, it's not in front of me. I'm trying to think now. Fuck.
Dude,
Um,
hey, Chris has also transitioned into a girl when ordering frozen yogurt.
dude, I have like different. What mood am I in? Right? No, dude, for sure. So what I also do, man, like I'll be frank with you, is I will absolutely be the dude who like is eating toppings off of it before I go weigh it to like
Yeah,
get you know.
yeah, yeah.
Um, all right, I'm sending this to you right now. He's like 207. Um, I'm gonna say, oh, I'm for sure getting little brownie squares, little cheesecake cubes too. Those are involved. Um, all right, if I'm going right now, what I'm thinking, we're doing vanilla chocolate swirl base. We're doing crushed up Heath bar, Reese's pieces, um, the brownie chunks, cheesecake chunks, whipped cream.
How big is your bowl?
Dude, I'm paying 20 fucking dollars for it.
Um, I like all that. See, I would want to go like a cookies and cream base for sure.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
Um, Yeah, I'm down with the cheesecake and brownie. I need some cookie dough bites in there too. Um, and Reese's and Oreos.
Mhm. How much is your bulk on the way?
A
Fuck.
lot, dude. Getting two, putting them together. I gotta look at AJ real quick. Shit,
Yeah, just finished up a health phase, my boy.
brother.
Yeah.
That's this delt's looking a little delty there, Chris.
Oh, he has the most four-dimensional delts I've seen on a white boy in my life. He side races the 60s.
Dude, he looks incredible. Yeah, that's awesome.
I think
Yeah, where y'all going? Junior night?
we're gonna do Memphis and then Junior USA's.
Oh hell yeah!
So we're like,
Can't wait to not fucking go back there, Chris. Shout out to the real ones who know. Yeah, but no, I think it's gonna be great. I hope he fucking kills it.
I think it'll be good. We'll have the we'll have the old Bob Pekin special going, McDonald's fries and
Yep.
other things.
Right.
Um, what's one song you sing out loud with no shame?
Oh, hmm, I had it. It's Justin Bieber. What's the
Okay.
name? What's the name of it? Love Yourself by Justin Bieber. Every time, dude. Every single time.
Okay.
Yep.
I love how we froze right in this moment. I think it's a good choice.
Yeah.
Um, oh,
Like
I
top
gotta
of
go to
my lungs. And then I'll go listen to it like performed live. And then I'll sing it again. Just so I can feel I need to feel it in his heart.
yeah. You gotta like resonate. Like there's this
Yeah. Yeah.
Bluetooth connection. I'm going. This one's gonna throw you off. Have you ever seen Have you ever seen Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
No, my mom's told me about it.
Phenomenal movie. It's based off the Odyssey and the Iliad. Again, love that too. Well, I'll pick a different song because you're not going to know it. Let's do. Ooh, I'm gonna say. Ooh, "Shake the Frost" by Tyler Childers.
Okay. Okay.
For sure. For sure.
Out loud. Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. We gotta, yeah. I'm gonna put you on the spot one day. We're gonna be in the car and I'm just gonna just get
I
crank.
won't do it, dude. I won't fucking do it. I'm gonna tell you right now, 10 toes, I'll roll out of that car.
Oh man. Yeah, depending on the mood, man. If I'm like late night driving and like some Adele comes on,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like you got to hear the passion like in their like
Yeah,
vocal, and it's usually sad songs that brings out like the most passionate vocals.
for sure.
Yeah, like what's the song? Oh, I don't know. There's a lot. We'll just leave it at that.
Top three gummy candies.
Ooh, number one, sour worm, the trolley sour worms.
Okay.
Every time.
Okay.
Um, are we is what is a Skittle? It's not a gummy candy, yeah.
They do make gummy Skittles though.
Something.
Okay.
Um, hmm, is a Starburst a gummy?
Google, what you got for me? Is
I'm
Star?
out on technicalities. I think it's more of a taffy if I had to.
I think it falls in the taffy is, but they also make Starburst gummies. Uh, yes. No, no. Starburst makes the various gummy candies. Starburst themselves are not.
So we'll go with sour worms for sure. We'll go with I'm really having a hard time with gummies right here because I just always go sour worms and an icy. Um, Good Lord. Lifesaver gummies.
Oh
Probably,
yeah,
probably go with that.
yeah. Those are good.
I don't think there's enough surface area on a gummy bear, which is why I have to go with lifesavers.
That's they need. Yeah. Now the oh, what's the brand of gummy bears? It's in a white bag. It's not Haribo. No, it's not Intamins. Those are snack cakes. You fat fuck. Act like I don't have a computer monitor right in front of me.
Third gummy candy, let's keep it short and sweet. Well, hell, what's one of yours? It'll make me think.
I'm talking about Albanese brand gummy bears.
Okay,
It's the white bag with the red. The gummy bears are in like a cult-ish circle on the front.
I know what you're talking about.
Big fan of those. I'm gonna say Nerds gummy clusters.
Ooh,
I'm gonna say ooh, the Sour Patch Kid watermelon.
I was gonna say Sour Patch Kids, yeah.
Yeah, watermelon ones are crazy. They do make the big patch kids too. That might solve your problem with gummy bears. Um, Lack of girth. Peach rings.
Yes, yes.
I love me a peach
Yeah.
ring.
It's weird. Like if I'm not obviously I'm not a candy eater, but like I can't do chocolatey stuff. But like if we were in the car and
Mm-hmm.
like driving to the beach and you had gummy like sour gummies, I would handful them all throughout the trip because it
Mm-hmm.
really doesn't count if it's just by the handfuls.
Yeah, dude, because it's if you don't read the label,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Keeping the blood sugar elevated.
yeah. Or we could, hey, shout out Ty. We could always look at candy corn. You
Yeah,
know what candy corn, dude?
no, not that much.
I like the pumpkins.
Oh, those are even worse.
Oh,
They're,
well, that's hurtful. We won't tell my mom because that's her favorite candy on the planet,
I,
dude.
I bet you, I bet you don't put a single pumpkin in your mouth. I bet it's like two or three at a time.
It's two, one for each. You know, it's like throwing in a lip.
I knew it. Oh man.
Uh, I'll never beat the fat allegations. I will never beat those.
Oh man.
What is our opinion on the Diamond Gym?
I love it. I think it's something everyone should go do. Like it's not the best form, it's not the best whatever, but I think everyone just needs a session where they go get buried every once in a while.
Yeah, I think I don't know why we've gotten so far away from the plot of doing something for the sake of it just challenging you and your mental fortitude.
Yeah.
Um, it's like I understand and what we do. A lot of what we are doing at J3U is learning and mastering the process of efficiency and how we can get you there safer or quicker or whatever it may be. And you can do that in conjunction with violence and effort. That's a requirement because again, we are trying to put our bodies in a super physiological space, meaning our bodies don't want to carry this amount of muscle. Our bodies don't want to be this low of a body fat percentage. And with that, it requires super physiological effort. And with that requires a super physiological mindset. That means sometimes you just got to do hard shit for the sake of hard shit because though we are trying to find the path of least resistance, there is still resistance involved.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to overcome the hard shit, right? And that comes from the sessions, period, right? Dude, I remember going back, like you and I both, I know, trained like, I mean, we still train like fucking dingbats, but I remember when I was 18, bro, I would go do German volume training every minute on the minute for fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was like my second workout of the day. Like I would go to school. A lot of times I'd work out before school. I'd go to school with my fucking gallon of milk and I would drink a gallon of whole fat milk throughout the day and I'd eat fucking 7 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and I'd go to track practice and I'd work out. I'd go home, do the bare minimum requirement of my homework, and I'd go back to the gym at 9 p.m. and go do German volume training on low bar squats and deficit deadlifts for the fuck of it. And I'd go home.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. But it's those things like, dude, I would have MMA practice and then I would go weight train.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I think now it's easy to teach mechanics. It's hard to teach that like grit and that dog in somebody. And that's where Diamond Gym comes in. Because you feel that one time, you're going to see so much more of what you're capable of.
Yeah.
Where I can reel you back in and we can get squeezy and elbow position and foot pressure and all that. But if you don't have that dog in you that you can let it fly in that kind of middle ground, like we're in for a long time. So
Yeah.
yeah, I like Diamond Gym for that. Would I want to train there every day? No. Um, I'd probably be in there once a week though for
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like just something new.
We talk about it all the time. Like me and some of my athletes have the joke of like it's character building, but like it is.
Yeah.
You look at like your hardest, like if you played football or whatever when you're growing up, like conditioning, as much as it was some amount of translation on the field, it was to test your mental fortitude,
Yeah.
right? It was to see what you could fucking do. And then like when we talk about these mental parameters that we live in, like we all mentally put ourselves in a box. It's just a matter of like how big or small we perceive that box to be. In the sessions like the Diamond Gym or when we do these team workouts, that's allowing us to go, oh wait, there's actually more that I didn't know was there.
Yeah.
Right. Like I look at 2018 was probably my most formidable year as a bodybuilder in the sense of like I trained like a fucking lunatic every single day with my training partner, Mike. And he was the one who like helped show me like, no, dude, there's so much more that you can't even comprehend is there.
Yeah.
And like there every session, like I'll just send you one of the sessions. We did the same leg session twice a week, and it was abysmal.
Yeah.
That's what taught me my hardest moments of like, okay, if I can get through that shit willingly, I can get through this too.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, the first time I ever squatted 315 was this guy I looked up to in the gym. He was just like, the best places to go are the places you've never been.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, for sure. And then first time I did 405, Trey Costner was like, I'm not helping you. And I was like, well, okay, now I know I got to get up.
mm-hmm.
But it's that type of like mentality that I think a lot of people don't have because they're so focused on the am I overtrained? Am I squeezing in the right spot? Am I doing this? And it's like, man, like we can get there. Like I need you to get pissed off at it. Like
Yeah.
just get mad at it. Like please. Like I'll fix your feet. I'll fix your elbow. I'll move your hand where it needs to go. But like I need you to bite down on your t-shirt and just send it on a set. And I promise you we'll get a lot further in bodybuilding than if we get so over the top like science lifter.
Yeah. It's one, there's to me something so almost cathartic and why I love show preps, especially of being able to sit there and go, I'm doing some shit that nobody else wants to do. I live for that, dude. I yearn for that feeling of like, and that's why I tell all my athletes is like, what you guys are going through, I chose to do it with no audience, no coach, or nobody holding me accountable. I just wanted to fuck around and find out if I could. And lo and behold, the byproduct of that is what I look like today.
Yeah.
That came because of what I chose to put myself through. I didn't need someone to sit there and be like, hey, dude, go get after it. Like I was just like, I'm gonna go hurt myself in the gym every day for the fuck of it and just see what happens. I didn't look the way I wanted to for the first, God, I'm 28 now. 13, I've been doing this 13, 14 years. For the first like 10 years, 12 years, I didn't like how I looked.
Yeah.
That wasn't the outcome I wasn't using that as my driving force. It was like what I wanted to walk in the gym and do shit that nobody else had ever done before or very few could.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I chose to do it. I did it.
Dude, yeah, and there's plenty of days, man. You go in the gym, you just need to feel something.
Mm-hmm,
Like, I don't even know why I'm here. I need to feel something though, because like
mm-hmm,
whatever's going on in life, home life, relationship, like it ain't giving me that feeling. And so
mm-hmm.
like sometimes it's therapeutic, but yeah, I think that's what I worry about the future of the sport is we're getting so away from the grip it and rip it. And look, guys, like we work for two of the most like execution based focused people in the world. Like literally in the world. And
Mm-hmm.
it's something that like even when we link up with them and train, they kind of let us fly. Like if Luke and John are a 10, as long as me and Chris are a 7, they're okay. Because like, yeah, like we know they like to train. We can't go
Mhm.
in there and be a 5 or a 3, but like we go into it with the idea and the intention of being precise and all that, with a little wiggle room for some crazy drop sets, rest pause set, a little oomph on some extra 2 or 3 reps, and like they are like, yeah, that's fine. And
Yeah.
that's where I try to get my athletes. I'm like, hey, I don't need you to be picture perfect, but like I guarantee when the camera's off and you're not watching a demo tape of John, he's fucking getting it. His
Hmm.
getting it is just so precise because he's done the execution 10 more years than you have.
Hmm. It looks different, right? There's not just because he's not shaking is doesn't mean he's not putting it like to the depths of hell. It's
Yeah.
just he's also incredibly stable and has everything perfect, right? But going back to like this whole overtraining idea, like the second that I stopped giving a fuck about the word fatigue was when my physique started to flourish. Because I would sit there and be like, and this was years ago. I'd be like, well, I can't train abs today because I'm supposed to deadlift tomorrow, and if my core is fatigued, then I won't brace as much. Fuck that. That's stupid. Our bodies are far more resilient than we will ever give them credit for. And with this whole overtraining conversation, well, I'll have people like, oh, the volume's too high. I'm like, okay, if you are legitimately, if I've put my eyeballs on you and I've watched you take a set to the absolute depths of hell and then back, we can do 2 sets of this exercise. That's all that you need. But if you're doing anything lesser than, we have to do more. But again, what is wrong with doing more? That's like what I don't get is like, why can't just doing something for the sake of it being hard be enough reason to do it because it's going to make you a more formidable person?
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, there's some sessions I'll look at people like with Austin, we'll do adductors and squats. I'm like, hey, I just need you to know we could have left after squats. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's how much we got down on it. We're gonna finish, but like, and so that's a big part of like training and learning your body. And like, when we were with Luke, I was related to jujitsu. I was like, Luke, you're a black belt, like in weight training. Like
Yeah.
everything he does is so fluid, it's so precise, it's so he doesn't have to think about it, but because he's done it so often. And we're like us, it's not that we're not good. It's just like we don't have the years of repetition and doing it over and over and over again with that setup. And so like we have to get a little intensity is our friend. But like I've seen Luke full send it and like he'll be mad that like, oh, my foot pressure went a little bit, but he doesn't stop. He's like, well, okay, I just gotta do better. It's all relative, but yeah, that's my thing on Diamond Gym is it's doing so much good. And look, guys, at the end of the day, like oh God, there's a trending gym on Instagram that more people will want to go work out and do. Great. Like, I hope High Rocks trends. I hope CrossFit trends. Like, I don't care as long as people are like working out and being better. But why the fuck do we care?
Yeah. It's not doing anything to us, right? It's like, oh man, these guys train hard. That's what, again, like, dude, growing up in this, I was watching Frank McGrath and Branch Warren and Johnny Jackson and Rich Piana and all these guys where I was like, that's just cool as fuck that
Yeah,
they show up for set after set after set.
yeah,
Why are we getting so far away from the like that notion of like inevitably to get your body past whatever parameters you've put in, your work ethic has to exceed that.
yeah.
We can't look at a session and go, I had a little bit more in me. That little bit more is what makes the difference.
Yeah, and our body responds and grows. Growth of muscle growth is an adaptation to stress. So if we go in there the same week every week, doing the same, hey, I know this is it. I know this is where I train and this is where I fail. Dude, I had this bikini girl, Alex, first time competitor came train legs with us. And I was like, what do you usually RDL? So I do the 90s. I was like, all right, we're going to do the 100s today. The 100s are like a shitty dumbbell. I was all right, we're going to do the 95s and we're going to go to the 105s. I don't care if you get two. but I need you to feel it. I need you to know that somewhere down the pipeline, 105s are yours and you're going to own it. And she did.
Hmm.
She smoked it. And I was like, now you know. Now, like, it's cool you live with the 90s and you do the 90s all the time, but like, you really can do the 105s.
Hmm.
And that's all that session was about, was I needed to see her fail. I needed to see her struggle and to touch new weights. Like
Hmm.
her form's great. And I wish more people would do that. Now, obviously I can't be with everybody in the gym, but like test yourself, like touch a new weight. If it's for 2 reps, cool. Just figure it out. Like I promise you, you're females in particular, you are so much stronger than you think you are. Like
Yes.
so much stronger. Guys are
Hmm.
pussy. Our pain tolerance, dude. Y'all seen the things where like they give the guy the pads of feeling a period, and you say, "Oh, we crumble," and y'all just like truck along with your fucking coffee and just anger. Like
Yeah.
it's like women are built different, dude. And if you show a woman like to train to failure,
Oh, dude.
it's fucking scary. And God, it's my favorite athlete.
100%, dude. We've talked. I was talking to a trainer about it yesterday at the gym. Like, dude, there is nothing better than opening up a female athlete's eyes to what they can do and taking them there. Because y'all can out prep us. Y'all can stay conditioned longer than us. Y'all can, in most cases, get more conditioned than us and not fucking bitch about it.
Dude,
Right?
have you tried to hip thrust 4 plates?
I've done 7. Yes.
Okay, well, bro, I'm breaking it like 2.5. Like
It
it's horrible.
is. It
Guys,
is.
if you train with a girl who can like glute drive some shit, go do work in with her. I
Hmm.
guarantee she beats you. It's horrible. I feel like
It's terrible.
my spine was about to snap in half.
Oh, dude, it's the worst. I loathe that movement. That's why I choose to do it. But like, I do it all the time. Every team lift, I'll have like, especially if I have any of my girls doing shoulder press. It's like, I'm like, what are we normally doing? Oh, 25s. We'll get to the 35s today. I swear to God. Like, you have an audience,
Yeah.
and then every time they do it, and they're like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how, like, going using myself, like the incline hammer press, like when I did 6 plates. You know how I did it? I tried it.
Mhm.
That day I was like, I think I can fucking do this shit. So I'm going to do it for however many or few I get. I want to feel it and know it's in my hands. So I did 5.5. And that's what it is. It's like, you have to like look at, and it's not every time, but there's at least one session a week on one movement where I'm like, this feels good. I'm going to try some shit that I haven't done. And we're going to find out what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to, man. You got to go to those new places.
Rapid fire. First time using insulin, Lantus or Humalog?
Oh, it's a terrible rapid fire question. Sorry about that. Um, for some reasons, for safety or like insurance purposes, I would say Lantis, so you don't like fucking dome
Yeah.
out. Um, Short term, if you're just trying to shuttle more food, I would do Humalog. If you're trying to like actually control your blood sugar, Lantis,
Hmm.
Levnir, and 2JO, I believe, is the third.
Hmm. Pushing food too much, gut distension and gas. Probably.
Yeah.
Um, I would say hire a coach in this case, but look at your food sourcing. Look at what you're eating. Look at your what habits you got in place around digestion as well. Are you hydrated? Are you moving around after meals? Do you still have fruits and vegetables in your diet? Because I know a lot of people, when they start to push up, they pull out. That's the first 2 things that go. It's going to be vegetables and fruit. Um, Look at your caffeine consumption around meal timing or carbonated beverages as well. But I would say, like, in distension, it's hard. It's also arbitrary in how we answer that. Are we talking like, yeah, dude, like I ate a meal of 400 grams of rice and 10 ounces of chicken, 200 grams of veggies. Like, my stomach is going to protrude a little bit after eating 2 pounds of food.
Yeah.
Are we talking like a normal level? Or are we talking like I look pregnant
Yeah.
after, right? But gas generally is a telltale sign that something you're eating is not digesting effectively, whether it's a food sensitivity or it's a poor habit that's been formed around your eating habits. Um, Would you rather have cooked spaghetti for fingers or balloon animals as toes?
The
It's
balloon,
easy. Balloon animals.
yeah, balloon animals. Those
It'd be so
things are
cool.
fucking big.
You get to pick like what animal on each toe.
Are they the same size as your normal toes?
I would assume so. Dude, I think like the pinky toe one would be adorable.
Dude, spaghetti, cooked spaghetti would fucking suck.
I'd be like, I don't know how you would type.
You want it, dude? I just fucking eat and get hungry.
Rate my cycle 400 test, 400 primo, 4 IUs of GH, 25 milligrams of Anvar pre training.
It's fucking amateur, Ethan. You need to double it.
Yeah, I thought there was NPP in that, which I'm not a fan of, but
Take your
um,
take your Anavar out, up your test to 650, double your primo.
yeah, I
Get
was gonna
you,
say,
bro.
yeah,
You're a national level competitor next time you're on stage, Ethan. I love
yeah,
you to death.
let's go 600, 800. So like a 1 to 1 3/4 ratio between test and DHT.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I just said the number.
I'd go, well, if I'm going like titrate, I'd say 600, 800 tests and get up to like a 1.2 primo. Pull
Make
out
sure
the Anvar.
make sure your primo's real here. Biggest
Yeah.
thing though, pull out the Anavar, dude. You're better off taking a multivitamin and like just drive your primo up, drive your test up. You can get away. See, I have backside information. I know he's never pushed his test to 650, so that's why I was holding back a little bit. Eventually,
Mhm.
though, yes, get to where Chris is saying, where it's 850 and 1,000. Yeah. Um, by the end of the year, your cycle needs to be what Chris just said.
Mhm. Yeah, I'd pull out the Anavar too, just because I don't think
Because we're not a bikini competitor, bro. That's why.
we're not bikini compatible. I was just gonna say any oral in a push phase, I don't think is going to be wildly beneficial, as I guarantee at some point you're going to start running into heartburn, which is going to be a deterrent for you wanting to eat more.
Yeah. Or you'll just want to change divisions.
Yeah. Yeah. GH could go up too, but that's a me thing.
Yeah,
Um,
double the GH, bro. What are we doing, man? Are we trying to be a pro or not?
we're just dabbling, it sounds like. I was told, I'm not going to say by who, other coach that I'm cool with, um, that if you're over 200 pounds and you're not taking more than 20 units of growth, you are wasting your time. I was
Okay.
like, what do you do for a living?
Yeah, I'd love to see your fucking tax return, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus.
I was like, man, I wish. I think it's yeah, Ethan, we gotta if that's who it's yeah, we gotta get those numbers up, buddy. I think that's it for this week, dude.
Hell yeah. It's a good welcome back.
Yeah.
Um, we're gonna we're gonna aim to do 52 episodes again.
Yep, yep, yep.
I say 50.
Yeah.
Um, but let's be real, guys. Like they're really on to us to record. Like we didn't record last week, and I don't think they were a fan of it. So yeah, expect 52 episodes this year, guys.
Yeah, I think upload days are changing now.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know.
old.
Listen,
I don't
this is this has gotten so much more serious than we ever intended. Um,
Yeah, yeah, no, like we had to take headshot pictures, and I was like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Um, yeah, so we thank you guys for allowing this to become what it has. So the production value is going to continue to get better if you use our code J3U at Axe and Sledge. We really appreciate it.
Oh,
Yeah, because
well, I was gonna say level one is open now for J3U. It'll probably close by the time this airs. But level one for J3U coursework opens up every month. You can use Chris 5 or Chris 10, and then Alex 5 or Alex 10. Save some money.
yeah, go learn some shit, guys. I'm trying to think what else. I think that's it. We got a lot coming up. I know we have UK trip next month. We have, which once we have the dates, we will announce to you guys first, but we will be having a team lift kickoff seminar weekend sometime in March in Nashville. So I hope to see all you guys out for that. And then a hell of a lot of shows. So for all those listening who've made it to this point, thank you so much. Please leave a 5-star review, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And until next time, thank you for listening to J3U After Hours.